I'm not going to go home. I'm going to finish. So I'm done with my video lessons for the week. Okay, lesson 2-9, isolating y. Really similar to the last lesson. We're going to get y by itself so that we can then graph it in slope-intercept form. Okay, so isolate y first. So we're going to add 2x to both sides. Y is now isolated. These are not like terms, so I write 2x minus 1. I now have it in slope-intercept form, and glory be, I can now graph it. The slope is 2, or 2 over 1. The y-intercept is negative 1. So I go down 1, and then I go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. I'm going from this point here, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Now remember, you can also do the opposite of this. You can go down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. They're all on the same graph. Oh, yes. Math is so wonderful. Whew. All right. Only got 7 more to go. All right, I'm going to isolate y so that I can graph it. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. Subtract 4x from both sides. I have isolated y. That means it's in slope-intercept form, not like terms. Negative 4x plus 2. Slope is negative 4 over 1. Y-intercept, 2. All right, so we got y-intercept 2. We go down 4 and over 1. We can do it again. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. Remember, you could put the negative on the bottom if you felt like it, and go up 4, left 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, left 1. Awesome. We now have everything we need to graph our line. Remember, all you need is that slope in the y-intercept to graph the lines. Next one. This one is not in standard form, but it's definitely not in slope-intercept form either. So what do we need to do to get that y by itself? Well, it looks like to isolate the y, I need to get rid of that coefficient of 3. So let's divide everything by 3. Remember, if you divide one side of the equation, everything on the other side has to be divided by 3 as well. So we get y equals 4/3 x. 3 does not go into 4. It doesn't reduce, so we get 4/3 x. And then negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. All right, my slope is 4 over 3. That means I'm going to go up 4 over to the right 3. Y-intercept, negative 2. So I'm going to go down 2. There's my y-intercept. Slope, up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. Can I do it again? Yes, I can. Like Bob the Builder. Up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. Or we can go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and backwards to the left 3. They're all on the same line. Ooh, dog. I am a graphing machine. There we go. All right, let's try out 3 more of these types of problems. All right, if you're trying from home, just try to do these yourself. It's very similar to, it's like we're just putting together 2 of our lessons that we've done in the past. All right, so try it on your own if you're at home. If you're just feeling lazy and you want me to do the work, okay. Sit back, relax, and listen to the soothing sounds of Mr. Holcomb as he does math. So we end up with y equals 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. So we can just call this negative x. And then 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4. So my slope, negative 1 over positive 1. That's what my slope is over here. And my y-intercept is negative 4. So this means I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1, and my y-intercept is 4. So I can go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, or you can put the negative on the bottom, and I can go up 1, left 1. Up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, forever and ever, amen. Oh, beautiful. There you go. I filled up the whole graph. Beauty. This makes me feel good. All right. This one, we're going to need to do a couple operations to it. This one is in standard form, and I want it in the slope-intercept form. Move the x term first to isolate the y. Subtract 2x from both sides. I get 3y equals negative 2x plus 6. Now I need to isolate the y by getting rid of that coefficient. I'm going to divide by 3. Everything gets divided by 3. What do we have left? Let's see, these don't reduce. I get negative 2/3 x. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Looks like my slope is negative 2/3. And my y-intercept is positive 2. So I go over here, positive 2. Slope's negative 2/3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. Delicious. Or I can go up 2 and backwards 1, 2, 3. Or up 2 and backwards 3 again. They're all on the same line. I have graphed everything that can fit on the slope. Okay. Let's see. Last one of this type. I subtract x from both sides. Subtract x from both sides. I get negative 5y equals negative x minus 15. I cannot combine those because they're not like terms. Now I'm going to divide everything by negative 5. The coefficient of y is negative 5, so I divide everything by negative 5. Remember, that coefficient of x was negative 1. So as I'm reducing this one, this is negative 1 over negative 5. The two negatives can reduce and make a positive, but my slope is going to stay as 1 over 5. Negative 15 divided by negative 5 is positive 3. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So my slope is 1/5, which means I go up 1, right 5, and my y-intercept is 3. So I go up 3. Slope is up 1, right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we could also go down 1 and left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all that's going to fit on the graph. So let's go ahead and finish that off. That looks pretty. With all those lines. Last two. All right, let's find the slope and the y-intercept for the linear equations. So they're asking us to find the slope and the y-intercept. It's kind of looking crazy like this. I should probably put it into slope-intercept form and maybe a little bit easier to find out. So let's put it into slope-intercept form by kind of like just solving the equations that we did back in Unit 1. Let's distribute 1/2. Remember, that's dividing by 2. So 6 divided by 2 looks like 3x. Negative 12 divided by 2, that looks like it's going to be negative 6y. Other side, I got 7x plus 3. Okay, I want to isolate the y. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. That's going to give me a negative 6y equals 7x minus 3x is 4x. And then plus 3. All right, almost there. Divide everything by negative 6. All right, so if I divide everything by negative 6, what do I get? Well, that becomes y. 4 divided by negative 6. 6 doesn't go into 4, but 2 goes into both of those numbers. I can reduce it. Notice I have a positive and negative, so that's going to be negative. 2 goes into 4 2 times. It goes into 6 3 times. So negative 2/3 x. Ooh, this is different. 3 divided by negative 6. That is not negative 2. It reduces. Remember, the bigger numbers are on the bottom, so I'm going to still have a fraction here. I'm going to have negative 1/2 because 3 goes into 3 once and 3 goes into 6 twice. So what's my slope? Negative 2/3. What's my y-intercept? Negative 1/2. Is that possible? Of course it is. If I had a y-intercept of negative 1/2, that just means it's right up here. It's between 0 and negative 1. Is it the best way to graph with a slope that's, or a y-intercept that's -1/2? Not really, but it's possible. There we go. Last problem. Ooh, I can just taste dinner now, almost. We're almost there. Distribute. So we're going to get 5y minus 11 equals -4 times 3x. What is that? -12x? -4 times -1, +4. Almost there. I'm isolating y, so what should I do? I think I should move 11. All right, so I get 5y. I'm supposed to add 11. What was I doing? Thinking about dinner. That's what I was doing. So we're going to get 5y. I add 11 to both sides. I get -12x plus 15. Oh, just like I'm yawning. Oh, dear. All right. Almost there. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. Woo! Y equals, that's not going to reduce, -12 over 5x. 15 divided by 5. Oh, that does reduce. 3. What's my slope? -12/5. That means I'm going to go down 12, right 5. Doable. What's my y-intercept? It's 3. Done. All right, guys. Math hard. I will see you later on. Bye-bye.